Manchester United transfer news live. Alejandro Garnacho latest and Erik Ten Hag updates. All the very latest Man United news, views, and transfer updates from the footsphere. Manchester United's hopes of securing Champions League qualification for next season were all but ended on Saturday after they drew 2-2 with Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. Twice tasked with coming from behind, United, who were second best, earned a share of the spoils via a Bruno Fernandes brace. He lashed in a close-range volley for his first goal of the game before dispatching a cooly-taken penalty to double his tally after the break. Despite that, United ended the weekend lower in the Premier League table than they started it, albeit on goal difference. Newcastle United's 4-0 win over Tottenham Hotspur in Saturday's lunchtime kickoff means they now occupy 6th with 6 games left to play. It means United are now locked in a battle to secure qualification for either the Europa League or the Europa Conference League qualification. Qualification for either of those two competitions would represent a backwards step. Nevertheless, focus now switches to this weekend's FA Cup semi-final against Championship side Coventry City at Wembley. The FA Cup represents United's last hope of salvaging something from this season. Ten Hag deals with Garnacho after social media activity. Erik Ten Hag has dealt with United winger Alejandro Garnacho personally after he liked 2 posts on social media criticizing the United boss. Garnacho liked 2 comments made by a YouTuber on social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, following Saturday's 2-2 draw with Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. Garnacho was substituted at halftime and was replaced by Ahmad. United interested in Gyökeres. According to a report by HITC, United are showing an interest in signing Sporting Lisbon striker Victor Gyökeres ahead of this forthcoming summer's transfer window. The Sweden international is being linked with a plethora of clubs ahead of this summer after scoring 36 goals in all competitions for Sporting so far this season. He is also nearing 20 assists. He joined Sporting from Championship club Coventry City last summer and has developed at a rapid rate of knots. He has a release clause in his contract worth €100 million. It is reported that Arsenal, Chelsea and Liverpool are also in the mix for his services. United hope Wilcox can put them in a pole position to land Branthwaite. According to a report by The Sun, United hope the likely appointment of Jason Wilcox will boost their hopes of signing Everton defender Gerard Branthwaite. United want to strengthen their centre-back options ahead of next season, and Everton ace Branthwaite is on their radar and is understood to be being monitored. The Reds plan to poach Wilcox from Southampton and install him as their new technical director. It is possible that he could join the club before the end of the season. It is claimed that Wilcox's previous, close working relationship with Branthwaite's agent, David Reeves, could put them in pole position to land the youngster's signature. Some United players delaying decisions on futures as they expect Ten Hag to be sacked. Some members of United's squad are delaying making decisions on their futures as they expect manager Erik Ten Hag to be sacked. Following Saturday's 2-2 draw with Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium, United are now 7th in the Premier League table, 13 points shy of the top 4 with just 6 games left to play. It is understood a number of unit players are convinced Ten Hag will not be in charge beyond the end of this season. United's view on Garnacho storm. Alejandro Garnacho could become the latest United player to be disciplined by Erik Ten Hag after he liked tweets from a YouTuber questioning his halftime removal in the 2-2 draw with Bournemouth on Saturday. When asked for comment by the Manchester Evening News, United representative highlighted that Garnacho had unliked the tweets. The social media storm comes as some players are delaying decisions on their futures due to uncertainty over whether Erik Ten Hag will still be at the club next season. Rashford PSG claim. Marcus Rashford is apparently not a target for Paris Saint-Germain now, after the French giants decided against a move for the striker, according to reports. Rashford's future has been uncertain after a series of disappointing performances, and there has been a long-standing link with PSG, who are looking to replace Kylian Mbappé this summer. Jamie Carragher has been proven right about Manchester United's massive panic buy. Former Liverpool defender Jamie Carragher correctly predicted Casemiro's downfall for Man United this season. If you were to ask any Manchester United supporter what they remember most vividly about the 2022 summer transfer window, it is likely they would reference a deal that failed to come to fruition. Ahead of Erik ten Hag's first season in charge at Old Trafford, the Dutchman made it his mission to be reunited with fellow countryman Frenkie de Jong. He was installed as the Reds' top midfield target ahead of the transfer window officially opening. The Barcelona ace worked with ten Hag at Ajax, and the latter was keen to be reunited with him in M16. The United boss sounded him out as the ideal candidate to provide the Reds with the ball-playing expertise he wanted in midfield. But try as United might, a 100-day-plus pursuit did not result in ten Hag securing his top midfield target, forcing the club to look elsewhere. Despite the differences in profiles of the players, United turned to Casemiro, signing him from Real Madrid for an initial fee of £60 million. As much as United needed a world-class destroyer, their decision to change tact and identify Casemiro as their primary midfield target after their hopes of signing De Jong failed was somewhat rash. They knew they had to act after losing their opening 2 Premier League games to Brighton and Hove Albion, 2-1, and Brentford, 4-0, respectively. At the time, based on those 2 performances, signing Casemiro made sense. United knew he would add a much-needed defensive presence to their midfield, and he soon made his mark on proceedings, becoming a key figure in ten Hag's new-look team. Along with Christian Eriksen and Bruno Fernandes, he played his part in correcting United's midfield woes of yesteryear and was one of the signings of the season. However, United, at the time of securing Casemiro's signature, faced a lot of criticism for spending up to £70 million on a player who had already celebrated his 30th birthday. Signed to a 4-year deal, plus the option of a 5th, United, in the back of their minds, must have known there would be very little chance of recouping much of that fee. Less than 2 years on, they will struggle to command half of it if they decide to cash in this summer. The Brazilian has regressed at an alarming rate this season, with his performance in Saturday's 2-2 draw with Bournemouth another stark reminder of United's need to sign a new midfielder ahead of next season. He is a shadow of the player he was, and it is no surprise that he could leave. His sharp decline this season, however, won't have come as a surprise to Jamie Carragher, with the former Liverpool defender expressing fears about his age after United's first match of the season back in August. He also described him as a panic buy. Penning his column for The Telegraph at the time, Carragher said, "I never believed Casemiro would be value for money. Not because there is any doubt that he has been a world-class player, but because he is at a stage of his career when he cannot fully repay United's massive fee. He was a panic buy when he joined a year ago, bought in the immediate aftermath of the failed pursuit of Frenkie de Jong from Barcelona, an aging, stellar name signed for big money and on a massive salary to appease increasingly disgruntled fans, despite the fact he will need replacing with a similarly massive outlay 2 years on. He is precisely the kind of signing United have been moving away from this summer as they look to the future." Carragher, 2 months later, expressed more concerns about the Brazilian. "I think Casemiro's legs have gone," he told Covering Liverpool. "I noticed it last season at Anfield and I didn't like what I saw. It took me back to watching Fabinho last year for Liverpool. I want to be the first to say it, I don't want to say it when everyone else is saying his legs have gone." Based on the evidence that has been on show this season, Carragher is not far wrong. Casemiro's regression has been one of a rapid decline, meaning United must strengthen the number 6 position as a matter of urgency this forthcoming summer. Kobbie Mainoo, who needs a better midfield partner, has had to step up on countless occasions this season to do his own and Casemiro's jobs. The latter's decline is another reminder of why United to improve their hit rate in the transfer market.